it gives applications. It gives us something that we can apply to our life to help us besides just reading a book. And watch the text. He said, if you're going to forgive God's way, he said the first thing we need to start with is a foundation. And what is the foundation? The foundation of forgiveness. Foundation. Isn't it amazing that we want to jump right into it and don't have the foundation laid? And if the foundation is not laid, guess what? You'll be right back to those same 6 that you said you had got rid of. And listen to the text what he said. If you're going to set the foundation, he said, and be ye kind to one another. This is verse 32. Be ye kind one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another. Watch the foundation. Even as God, watch this, for Christ's sake has forgiven you. Even. That's the foundation. Even. Watch this, watch this, watch this. In order for the foundation to be set, you got to understand that, first of all, God forgives graciously. Look how the foundation is set, because he forgives graciously. In other words, you don't deserve it. But even as God has forgiven you. Look at the foundation. He said, no wonder Romans chapter 5, verse 8, when Paul writes to the Roman church, he said, but God commended his love towards us. Watch this. In that while we was yet sinners, Christ died for us. I'm trying to set the foundation that it starts with him understanding that you're rooted to him. He said, watch the text, watch this. He said, Romans chapter 5, verse 8, he said, but God commended. That word commended, watch this. It comes from a Greek word, watch this. It means to approve. It means to demonstrate. It means to display. Oh, I'm trying to go somewhere here. It means to give evidence. It means to prove something. In our text here, when you go back to what Paul writes here, he said, and be ye kind one another and tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake has forgiven us. He said, watch this, God had to approve it. In other words, watch this, God signed off that you can be forgiven. Watch that. Not that you were so right, but it was God, watch that, that commended this. He watch that. He put it on display that others could see this. And that's what I love about it. When God put it on display, you don't have to sit back and hide over your past. So what? You got a past. So what? They know what you did wrong. So what? They still talk about you. You on display. God has signed off that you are forgiven. And that's the foundation that you start off with. Understanding I've been planted. I've been forgiven by God. And when you understand that, can I help somebody real quick before I hit the road? You can sleep better at night. Can I tell you why? Because Paul said once again in Romans chapter 5, verse 8, he said, while we was yet sinners, Christ, he died for us. Did you miss? Did you hear what I said? While you was yet in your mess. I think I'll come on down here for a minute. Doing your own thing. Watch this. Operating in wrath. Operating in anger. Operating in malice. He said, and God, watch this, signed off that Jesus would die for you.